Well, hey everyone. It's a drizzly, rainy, foggy day up on the mountain today. I'm going to take this wet opportunity to burn up a little bit more of my brush piles. This is something I always enjoy doing, just standing by the fire, being busy with the thoughts in my head. I always enjoy this. I figured I'd also take this opportunity to put out another episode of the vlog series, share some of my thoughts with you all, bring you up to speed on things. A lot going on, but lately it's just been nice to take some time off of everything. The project, YouTube, everything. Like doing this, it's just something I like to do, so that's what I'm doing today. So I'll bring you up to speed on things here. Welcome back to the woods. A lot of folks have been asking several variations of the same question. How come I'm not posting weekly videos? How come I haven't done any Dutch oven cooking videos? How come there hasn't been any cabin time videos, backwoods logic videos? How come I can't post 2 videos a week, 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week like the other homesteading channels? I can cover all of those questions with the same answer. The answer is because what I share with you is the real deal. I share my life as it unfolds, how it unfolds. And this year, we took on major life change. Not only did we sell our home, we had to sort through all of our belongings, decide what to keep and what to get rid of. And then everything that we kept, we had to store somewhere. It wasn't just moving from one home to another home, because where we were moving to was to a cabin that was not ready to live in. So over the course of the summer, we'd shoot back and forth to New York, the 6-hour drive, get some of our stuff, come back here, unload it, try to find a place to put it, move it back and forth while we're working on the cabin. There wasn't really anything to film, and I just didn't have the time to do that. I'm not going to grab my Dutch oven or a fry pan and go off in the bushes behind my house so I could put out a little adventure video for you. I don't have the time or the interest to BS my audience like that. It would be more profitable, and that's why everybody does it. But I don't have the interest to do that. Okay? So what I share with you all is the real deal. It's not like these reality shows where you see the guy is out in the woods by himself. He falls through the ice, but the camera is already under the ice, and you see his foot go through. You're supposed to be out there on this big adventure, life-threatening adventure by himself, but yet you're watching him from a drone above and a camera under the ice and everything else. I mean, you got to take it with a grain of salt. I make videos and I share my stuff with y'all because I enjoy it, and I get a lot of people that write to me and send nice messages, and that I've inspired them to change their life and pursue their dream, and a lot of people have already been fulfilling dreams, and it means the world to me. It's encouraging for me, and that's why I do it. Everything will get back to where it was, where I have the time to put more videos out, but this year everything is being done in a matter of priority. Every step of the way has been prioritized. Now, today might look like it's not much of a priority to you because I'm standing out in the drizzling weather next to a fire, but it's really good for my mental health, so it is a priority. Burning nice now. That's the way to burn brush. It just doesn't take any time at all. You just cut it up with the loppers, throw it in there, and it stays in control. I really like it. That's the way to do it. Someone asked just recently, he says, I know you see a lot of moose up there. We hunted New Hampshire for moose last year. Never saw a single moose. I don't know how to respond to that other than you're looking for moose in all the wrong places. I don't know. We see moose all the time, but it's because we're outside all the time. We go for walks all over this forest. We hike all the time. Just a couple days ago, we were out walking. We saw 3 bull moose together. They were right near us. There was one really nice bull, and then one a little bit smaller, and then one just a little bit smaller than him. Very cool. Got them on film. They didn't run off. They just hung around, but the bigger one started looking a little bit funky, and we just moseyed on. Moose can become very dangerous very fast. And when you get 3 like that together, and they decide to act like a bunch of cocky teenage boys, things could go south really quick. So we admired them and then left them alone and went on up the mountain. Pulling their stuff out of the brush pile, and you see where a little bunny rabbit or something's been eating the tips of everything. Yeah, like a little buffet in there. I'm burning up these brush piles in the yard here, but I haul a lot of it back into the woods and I make brush piles out there. It ends up being quite a haven for the little birds. In the winter time, they get in there and they get shelter, and they find little seeds and stuff that were on the branch tips, like this guy. This was quite the little feast for somebody. Another question that's come in several times since I showed the Kitchen Queen stove installation, and I mentioned that I'm going to put brick behind the stove. A lot of people said, why didn't you put the brick in before the stove? It only makes more sense. Well, it does make more sense, and that was the plan. But the brick that I'm using is a cultured brick, very lightweight brick veneer, and it's really expensive. And the color that I use is really hard to find. There's no dealers in the area that I know of where to buy the stuff. I intended on putting it up, just never got there, and like I said, it's expensive. A lot of money went into this project, and then I had to buy some transportation in and out of here in the wintertime, and I got the Polaris Ranger with the cab and all of that stuff, and that's not a toy, it's our transpo in and out. So there's a lot of expenses, and like I said, I got to prioritize everything, and prioritizing our spending is one of them. So the brick isn't something I needed to have, it's something I wanted to have, but I'll do that next year. But it actually worked out better by not having, because we changed the plan, and where the gas stove is next to the wood stove, we're going to be taking that out, putting a different range in on the other side of the kitchen. Then I'm going to extend the countertop, and then I'm going to build a wood box right beneath that window, and then there's going to be brick on the left side of that. So it actually was better that I didn't do the brick. Next year, we'll just take that stove out of there. I'll do the brick, put it all back, and we'll be done. Someone wrote, how can I call myself being off the grid when clearly I'm on natural gas? I love comments like this. On natural gas? No. This cabin is 1.6 miles off the pavement. There's no natural gas coming up here, and the other cabin's a half a mile off the pavement on a road that I built. There's no natural gas over there. Clearly, we're on bottled gas. Gas that I fill up the tanks in town, we haul them up to the cabin and unload them and connect them ourselves. It's funny the assumptions people make. Tractor Supply had these tanks on sale. Normally they're $130. They were on sale for $89.99. Nice savings there, so we took advantage of it, getting stockpiled. We have some 30-pounders and some 20-pound tanks, but our intention is to put in a gas heat in here as a backup source, some sort of direct vent heater or something. Not 100% sure we're going to get that in, but if we do, I'm unsure on how much propane we will consume. I want to be ready for it. It's going to be our first winter here up on the mountain. Like I said, I want to be prepared. We're not going to haul 100-pound tanks up on the snow machine very well. We're getting stockpiled, and even if we don't use it, we're good to go for next year. That's the beauty of propane. You can stockpile it for a long time and it doesn't go bad like gasoline does, especially the new gas with the ethanol. If you're going to have it for any length of time, you have to put in the additive and all of that. It gets expensive. But eventually we want to get the propane conversion kit for the generators. Everything will be run on propane. Yeah, nice little savings right here.
Well, it's been a busy year, that's for sure. Lots of sacrifices made along the way, but they were just stepping stones bringing us one step closer to the fulfillment of a dream. The list of must-haves and must-dos is winding down, and it's time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. This journey has brought us full circle, and there's no place like home.
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go, there's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss, Frankie and the boss.